YapNet. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Kelly.
And it's our Christmas episode.
Yay!
Ho, ho, ho.
So we're doing eggnog.
We're doing eggnog, and we have a tasting of eggnog, apparently.
Which is an important part of Christmas, if you ask me. Taste testing all the different eggnogs. And every brand comes out with a new one every year, I swear.
You know what? Like 3 months ago, Kelly was like, did you see eggnog in the store yet? And no, I hadn't. But I did take a picture that I never sent you when I finally saw eggnog. I never sent it to you, though. I'm sorry.
Well, today we have 2 different kinds, but
Let's
it's
pull
a
them out.
multi-part process, so just give me a sec.
Because we also have 2 different kinds of liquor. So it looks like we're starting off with the Fireball. I'll talk because the mic is not in Kelly's face right now. Okay, so we're starting off with Fireball. Kelly hasn't eaten anything today except for a piece of toast with peanut butter in my kitchen about 30 minutes ago. And a little rum chata as well, upping the ante. Kelly's going to be shithoused. We might have to take a break for her to get another piece of toast during this. I didn't know about the combining the two because I'm not a big eggnog person, although I do like an eggnog daiquiri, which I'm sure Kelly has something to say about. Okay, this is the Prairie Farms eggnog. Yeah, and it's an ad.
All we're missing is fresh shaved nutmeg on the top.
I have nutmeg.
No, we didn't have this conversation, so.
We didn't. Okay, well, cheers. Let's try it.
That'll do it.
That's very good.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to do brandy like the internet says, but then I was like, if I have to have more than one, I gotta be honest with myself here.
Well, like rum chata and Fireball. I remember I've had that together before.
Yeah, it's like a cinnamon toast crunch shot or something, which I do like, but also I can only have literally one before it's like a problem.
Why? Because it's like you're drinking milk, or because
and it's just sweet and thick and but okay, yeah. My opinion on eggnog daiquiris, I like them, which I was actually surprised by because it sounds weird, like with ice in there.
Well, you know what? This is something we should probably explain because in New Orleans, daiquiris are like a huge thing. I feel like before I came down here, I knew about like strawberry daiquiris and pina coladas, and that was really it.
But hand grenades.
But we have daiquiri shops here with a bunch of different flavors, and a lot of them have drive-thrus.
Yeah. Which is a novelty. People love that when they come to
They
visit.
love it. And the you're not allowed to have open alcohol in your car.
I don't know.
No, that's Kelly, that's against the law, actually. But you're not supposed to, what they tell you is you're not supposed to poke the straw through the top because it's like a fast food lid, you know how? So that
sounds foolproof, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. So if you got pulled over and you're like, the seal is unbroken.
No, it's empty and I already threw it in the back seat.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I do love the eggnog ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me want to get one. And one of those daiquiris will get you to where you need to be.
We'll put you on your ass. Yeah. For sure.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay,
we should go get daiquiris and go look at Christmas lights.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah. Okay, it's a date.
Okay, done.
Okay, we're planning that. But I do really like this eggnog. And since it's Christmas, we have gifts for each other.
Well, I wanted to talk about that really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You are a certain way about gifts. Because I get gifts from you year round. I barely ever leave this place without carrying something. Sometimes it's like really weird stuff. Sometimes it's like extremely heartfelt stuff that I'm like tearing up. Like, oh my God, you remembered I said this tiny little thing and then you bought this for me at a store. But yeah, so when we decided to give each other gifts, I was like, fucking, I just know she's going to just give me something so nice and it's going to be like a whole pile of gifts. And I was like, I'm not even going to try to compete with her, you know, because I just fucking can't.
Well, the truth is gift giving is my love language. I will spend millions of dollars on anyone else really before myself, and I buy myself a lot of shit. So like I love giving gifts, and that's why I do it. I don't look for anything in return. And the truth is, No one can compare to my gift giving ability.
That's true. So why try? Although I am excited about what I'm giving you. I don't know. Do you want me to go first? Or
let's just have you go first because mine's a whole thing. You know. Okay. Let's see. Okay. First of all, the natural light paper is very Kelly. It's perfect with a beautiful bow. Okay, let's see. Let's hang this on our Christmas palm tree. That doesn't look good. Take that down. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Well, I'm just going to show this to you because Kelly's going to have to explain it. This is an ultrasound of
a mammogram.
A mammogram of Kelly's tit.
Framed.
This is beautiful. I will be hanging this. Probably I'll put it on the mantle for everyone to see, really. Unless you want me to put it on my makeup table so I look at it every morning.
Well, you've been asking to see them.
You know what? I have seen them. And they're wonderful. I love them. I snuck a peek one time when we were away. She was changing and I was like...
It's such a creep.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
I'm really glad you like it. Actually, when I printed it and I did this, I think I'm fucking funny. So I'm laughing. And when I showed it to Ben, he was like, wait a minute, I want one. And I'm like, oh my God.
When we do merch... This is like a little tee with a pocket with the mammogram on it.
Yeah.
I think. Wow, that's amazing. I did go with Kelly to get her mammogram recently. So where can I put this to display it?
Well, I wanted to bring up that text message that I sent to you that said that I was going to first base with the doctor. Okay, the whole thing was like an adventure, really. And, I just can't fucking take anything seriously ever, so it's all a joke. So one of the problems I had dealing with this doctor was I feel uncomfortable saying my breast or whatever. So I kept saying my tit. And my mom was like, stop saying tit. That's not what you say. I'm like, I don't know. Breast feels too formal.
Yeah.
They don't have jobs. They're just
what is this? Are we at a ball?
They're mine and they're tits.
Right.
At least I didn't say titties. I don't know. Anyway, so I was sending you a text message about getting a physical exam, and I said I was going to. Wait, what did I say?
First.
I was going to first base with the doctor. Which you then corrected me and said that means making out.
Yes. She goes, I was going to first base with the doctor. And then she looked into my eyes. I said, so you were making out with your doctor. So I was there with my doctor's tongue down my throat.
Well, we didn't decide what is
what
groping.
Are the base?
Yeah,
I don't know, because I thought that first was making out, and then second was feeling up, and third was blowjob and eating out. But then that doesn't make sense because where is fingering and hand jobs?
Right. I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but I did finger.
Who did you finger?
I did figure out that I was wrong and you were right, because I was watching a TV show and they happened to have some conversation about the bases, but I don't know. What does it even matter? I didn't make out with the doctor. Although she was a lovely lady.
Just a quick thing I need to say here. But she was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your mammogram looks great.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. It's a beautiful shape. All clear. Which we're so grateful for. Okay, so now I have to give you my gifts.
Okay.
Because I overbuy. I actually bought something else that hasn't arrived yet from eBay.
Wow.
I went all out. So now I'm trying to figure out what order I'm going to do this in, but I think I know. Okay.
I'm really excited because you do give the best gifts.
So this is the first part.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Pretty light.
It's very light. I didn't even wrap it as well as I normally do.
Wow.
So this
is relevant because they're filed bankruptcy.
Right. So the Stoli, this is a retro Stoli hat.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it? And it's with their old name. How do you pronounce that, Kelly?
I don't know.
Stolichnaya. I don't know. Are you Russian at all?
No.
I don't know. If anyone here was Russian, it would be you. So I got you this cap.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I thought I was hoping you would think so. And now, to go along with that, I have gotten you something else that I didn't wrap, and it's a little bit fragile. Let's see how I can do this.
I feel like you just had too much time to decide on this. You just kept going. Oh my God, Taylor, what is this? Unveil her.
I will unveil her in a moment. So actually, as soon as we decided on gifts, I had already picked out what I was getting you. So like, let's see.
You taking a peek? Wow, look at that.
It's a Stoli tree.
It's beautiful.
Here, you can hold it. It's not that. It's not that fragile, but it's a tree filled with mini Stolis.
It's perfect.
Because
are you concerned that they're gonna stop selling Stoli?
Something else we should say is that Kelly drinks Stoli, and I.
Ew, did you make this?
I made that.
My God, Taylor.
So not to toot my own horn, but I listened one time when Kelly was ordering, and she said that Stoli was her favorite vodka. So.
Well, budget meets parent.
But they have filed bankruptcy.
Look at it. So beautiful. Should I down here?
So just put it on the ground at this point.
Okay, well, maybe
just because
we could try eggnog Stolis.
This is really important, Kelly. Hold on.
Okay.
I have a PSA. Tight shot real quick. Here at YapNet, there are causes we care about. One of those causes is vodka. So what I did, well, first of all, I tried to buy you a stake in the company. It's a private company, couldn't do that.
Oh my God.
So this is what we're doing.
And a bankrupt company.
This is what we're doing. I have started the Instagram Save Stoli.
Okay, you did.
And every day until Stoli is out of bankruptcy, we will be doing shots of Stoli and recording it.
Okay,
and
yes.
Posting it on the Instagram.
Stoli. And yeah, that would be great.
And we're going to start right now.
Okay, great.
We're going to film our first one. Here. Hold this. Take this. I got to record it. So.
Wow. It's very thoughtful.
I'm so grateful you think so. All right, let's see. Turn this around. We need to have something branded in it, so give me the bottle.
Okay. We should have the tree in it. I'll hold the tree too.
Okay, you're gonna hold the tree?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'm gonna say the same thing every time. So This is what it's, oh, let me switch hands. This is day one of taking a shot of Stoli for every 1,000 followers on our Stoli Instagram. Nope, gotta start over. Fucked it up already. The eggnog got to me, okay. Day one of taking a shot of Stoli for every 1,000 followers on our Save Stoli Instagram until they get out of bankruptcy. Cheers.
Cheers. Nostrovia.
Hashtag Save Stoli.
Wow.
Yes. I even chilled this for you so we could take a nice shot of it.
A doable shot. It was still really hard.
That was still a lot for me.
Oh, that's adorable. And really, really thoughtful. As always, I knew you would be.
Thoughtful. Mm-hmm. The other gift that I had gotten you were these glasses that someone like, they were like limited edition glasses made with Stoli bottles.
Oh, wow.
But Stoli had, like, it wasn't like a DIY thing. Stoli.
Like they cut the bottle, they cut the glass.
Yes. Stoli did it themselves.
Wow.
Yeah. Now get that the fuck out of here. Okay. Let's move.
Well, that's all very exciting stuff, and I'm sure it'll be much appreciated. Although I'm not sure, because you hear like companies go like they file bankruptcy. They don't like stop making their product though. But
do you know what happened with them?
No.
So
you're well researched.
Oh, I researched the shit out of this. Let me condense it down for everyone. No one wants to hear about this. Russia is suing Stoli.
Oh.
So Stoli tried to like break ties with Russia when the whole Russia-Ukraine thing started happening. That's why they changed their name from Stoli to Stoli. And they're made in Latvia now.
Okay.
And Russia, don't quote me on this, but it's saying basically like you're slandering Russia. So it's basically, that's what's causing the issue. So what happens is now we all need to really buy a lot of Stoli.
Oh, because they did the right thing and then now they're getting in trouble. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, there's a bar I like to go to in the Quarter, and they have like a specialty cocktail. I think it might be frozen. It's a White Russian, and they changed it to a White Ukrainian when all that stuff was going on in the news.
That's fair. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of that stuff happen. I don't make a habit of drinking White Russians. I don't even know what's in a White Russian, honestly.
Yeah, I really like them. Just like more as like a dessert kind of thing. Like you can't have 10 of them.
Which is how you normally drink.
Yeah.
But when I used to work at the news station, we would have a Christmas party, not just of the news station, of like everyone who worked in our building, which were like a lot of corporate offices.
Yeah.
Like the news station was like the bullshit thing that was done in the building. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, it was a news station, but it was news with a twist. We had a bar on our set. You know what I mean? So we would all go to the Christmas party. Everyone would be really proper. And there I was after 10 White Russians, doing karaoke.
And with an unforgivable hangover, probably. I
didn't even make it to the hangover. I was in the bathroom puking my guts up before the end of the night. Yeah. Yes.
That's subtle foreshadowing for us tonight.
Milk coming out. Yes, exactly.
When I first left the Virgin Islands, I got like a big girl job in Illinois. And I think I left the Virgin Islands in like October. I had this job by November. Okay. So then I had been working for 1 month before the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And like I'm transitioning from being a bartender, from fucking off all day, every single day, just drinking, to working in an office, like literally like the office. And I blacked out so bad at this Christmas party that I got cut off by the restaurant that it was at. And I remember this guy has since retired because it's all old guys, which we'll get to that later. I'm like talking to this 80-year-old guy trying to get him to order me a drink.
When you're already blackout.
Yeah, but the company's like pretty small, so like I didn't like get fired or anything. But I also didn't learn my lesson because just like I don't hold back. I like watch all these TikToks that are like, you should have 1.5 drinks at your work Christmas party and then you should leave. And I'm like, is that how you make friends?
Good luck telling Kelly that. Have 1.5 drinks. She's like, 1.5 drinks like before I leave for the party?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
No, I literally just talked to my boss on the phone today, and he was like, because we have a party coming up, and he's like, well, if you don't expense the Ubers that you take to get home, you're fired. I'm like, done. I was like, I just don't want you to know that I go to the bar after the party. And he's like, I don't give a fuck where you go.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I have fun no matter where I am.
Oh, I know. It's always a blast with Kelly. Kelly is always having a good time.
At least I'm having a good time.
No, if I'm with you, I'm having a good time too. I think. I'm trying to think if there's been a bad time. I really don't think so.
Not even if someone's pissing at the pizza place.
You know what? We like continued on after that. Yeah. So like, and that was fun. We were like, the Uber just needs to get here and we'll get her in it. And then we will, I don't even remember what we did after that, but.
That means you had fun.
That means I had fun. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Well, we definitely get into a lot of trouble when we're out and about because you're sneaky conniving bitch.
Wow, that's what a way to describe your best friend, a sneaky conniving bitch.
Well, I spend the least amount of money considering the way that you swindle these fuckers.
I would see, that's the thing. I would never call them fuckers. Oh. And that's how I swindle them.
That is the thing. And that is one of the main differences between us because I have never sacrificed my peace to get a drink bought for me.
Oh.
Like, no, I'd rather fucking just pay for it myself.
You know what? It's so fun for me.
Yeah.
You
make it a game.
I love reading a room. I love going, these are the people, those are not the people. Like, we might think those are the people, they're not. This is how we talk to them, this is what we do. And that's our new segment that we're doing called Tips with Taylor.
All hands disregard, collision.
TIP stands for tactics, influence, persuasion, and scams. You have to do that every time. Every time. Okay, but since it's the holiday season and we're talking about gift giving, I thought we would do a little tip on how to get gifts we want from men.
Perfect.
And I think this would not only work on men, I think this would work on a lot of people. But the first part of this is like a multi-step process, and this can work if you're newly meeting someone or if you've known them for a while, if you've been with them for a while. You have to show gratitude even when you don't want to for the small things. Okay, say you've been with someone for a while and they're not giving you what you want. You have to start with the little things they do. You're like, you did the dishes? Thank you so much. And not even the dishes, because that feels like oh, you're saying thanks for a woman. But whatever they do, thank you for that hug. That felt really good. Of course, you should fucking hug me. I feel chosen, right? All these little things. When you show gratitude, it makes people want to do more for you.
Yeah, that's the gift you receive in return for a gift.
Right.
So you need joy.
Right. So when you're not receiving gifts and you want to, you have to start showing gratitude first.
It's a training process.
It is, because when you ask for things, people think you're naggy. People think you're annoying. So none of this is asking for things, right? So gratitude is the first part. And just being a little woo-woo for a second, gratitude is good just in general. Just be like, oh, thankful for what I have, because the universe will bless you with more. Okay. Part number 2 is to up the ante. And we start talking about the things that we want, but we're not asking for them. And we're not being a bitch about it. We could be a little bit maybe babyish about it. I know, but Kelly, I'm telling you it works. We're not asking, oh, would you get me this? Please get me this, please. You just say, I really love that bag. I mean, I love that bag.
Must be nice, huh? I wish I could have it.
I wish I had that bag. Oh, it's just gorgeous. We're putting it in their heads, right? Because people okay, wait, no, I skipped ahead. When you plant a seed, it's better than asking for something because people like to offer.
Or they think they thought of the idea.
They think they thought of it themselves, right? So you're like, oh, I wish I had that bag. Anyway, how's your day? Right? We move on. We're not begging. And then you let them offer for it, and they will. It will happen. It does take some time. It's the
long game.
It's the long game, but it's worth it in the end, I think. And if all else fails, just like a little tear will usually get you what you want. Kelly, you hate my tips. What are you getting for Christmas? What are you receiving for Christmas?
You know what? As you're talking about all of this, like trying to connive for a product, I'm thinking of this time I was trying to get a couch out of someone. And I was just like, at the end, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm buying my own fucking couch.
Not worth
I'm done
it.
hanging out with you.
That's why were you hanging out with them specifically for a couch? Do they have the couch?
There's a website.
So you went on the website asking for the couch and they were like, let's hang out instead. And you were like, okay. See, big mistake, buddy.
Yeah, but that's just not who I am.
No, it's not who you are. Yeah. So I'll do a little recap. First, gratitude. Mm-hmm. Second, a little bit of pity and saying what you want. Third, let them offer. And don't make them feel bad when they offer. Yeah. I would hope so. No. You want to get that for me? You hear how high my voice is? Very demure, very mindful. All right. I think it's time for clip of the day. Okay.
So, full disclosure, we don't have a clip of the day. Well, we haven't recorded it yet. So, this is where we're going to put it, and we're going to just pretend like we have it.
Yeah. We're just going to...
Because it's going to be super funny.
We're just going to react to it as if what we have planned happens the way we have planned.
Uh-huh. Which most things do happen as planned when it comes to us. So.
Right. And if not, we'll just fake it. All right. Let's roll it. Oh, God.
Oh my God, it's perfect.
That's actually pretty good. Our editor...
You're reacting to the video.
Oh, right. And we... Could you believe that we did that? And...
I remember that.
No, and when it happened, that was so, like, nothing. You know?
There was supposed to be a clock up.
Oh, okay.
That was great.
That was so... I loved that. I'm so glad we did it, and I'm glad we did it together. Mm-hmm. Because there's no one else I could do that with. Really.
Good. Okay, you almost ready to try the Southern Comfort?
I am ready, yes.
Okay.
There's going to be a little left over, but you're the bartender, so...
Well, do you need fresh ice? I know you're like anti-ice.
I don't care about ice. Do you need fresh ice?
I have some here.
Okay. Yeah, you want this cup to put your old ice in?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, we do have another topic. We do have another topic to talk about, but I'm just going to wait until Bartender Kelly is done.
You don't mind hand ice, right?
I wonder if that was hearable. We're just going to crank that because it's very important. You don't mind hand ice. Earlier, Kelly said, "Where's your ice?" I said, "It's all the way to the right." And then she yells up from downstairs, "To the right in what?" Okay, logically, please comment. Where do you think it would be? The ice? Anywhere? Or the freezer, because the only place she didn't check was the freezer. So fascinating to me. So this is the Southern Comfort eggnog, traditional, ultra pasteurized, whatever that means.
Pasteurization is to kill the bacteria, Taylor.
So there's super no bacteria in this.
Yeah,
Cheers.
ultra no bacteria. I feel like this. Oh, that's just fireball. God. This one's so thick that it's all at the bottom.
Yeah, we need like a stirrer. Yeah, I'm just drinking Fireball right now.
Yeah, well, it's good for you.
Cinnamon is good for you, right? Mm-hmm. That's why you said that?
No, I just said that because, I mean, we've only had wine, one eggnog, and now a shot of vodka. And now
Yeah, no, this is good. Let it all marinate in there.
So when you were talking about your manipulation tips,
yes,
I was thinking about Christmas related. I was thinking about what it's like bartending on Christmas Day, which I did a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked at this bar that was like, honestly, mostly old guys, which is my specialty.
Your demo.
But they would only make you work for like 4 hours on Christmas Day, but you make out like a fucking bandit.
Yeah.
And that's a tip without doing anything different. Just have to work on a holiday that people feel bad for you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, this is like totally off topic, but well, no, it's not. But I used to always fly on Christmas Day. You would think people would be grumpy, like the flight attendants, but they're not. They're really like happy, and everything is empty, and they like do extra stuff. I feel like, and I did extra stuff because I was like, it's Christmas Day, you bring gifts and whatever. So I don't know. I feel like were the old men happier on Christmas Day, or
according to their pockets? I mean, you know what I mean.
Well, Kelly has some experience with old men.
Well, it's just, I don't know where it came from. I don't know why. I was thinking about the TV show I like, The Golden Bachelor.
Yes.
And I was watching The Golden Bachelorette, which is like where it's all old men, like like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's one woman and a bunch of men.
Yeah. And I was watching it and I just like blurted out like, I love these old guys. And like, okay, Kelly. But it really has been since forever, and I don't have an explanation for it. Don't fucking look at me like that. But you know, what a thing. I mean, thinking about this one time, my parents came to stay with me and this fucking old dude. And like, holy shit.
Like you were living with the old dude?
Yeah. That's traumatic.
For who? Them or you?
Them
both?
at the time, me now.
Yeah. Well, how old was he compared to them?
I don't know. I forget.
Yeah, you're a fucking liar. I happen to have damning information on Kelly that I will not share.
Good, great, perfect.
So how old is the oldest guy you've ever slept with?
I forget. But you know, whatever.
Like 40s?
No.
50s?
No.
Shall I go on?
No.
She's not going to tell us shit. Okay, but...
It's a secret.
Okay, let me say something. She's lying. I think it was like... It was... It's hot here.
All right, next I want to talk about the...
What I was going to say is the oldest person I've been with was in their 50s. Mm-hmm. I think. I'm guesstimating that. I don't really know, but I feel like they work harder. And I feel like that probably dips off after like 60 something. Mm-hmm. Like in the 70s, I'm like, maybe they don't work as hard because they're just like, oh, well, I'm now.
You know, I guess I don't really have much to say on that actual like nitty gritty of that because it's, you know, more just about like, oh man, why do I think that fucking old guy is hot?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, but
they know how to
there's a lot of
attract
things that,
you.
like, name something that you've been doing for a long time that you never got better at, that like you're just actually like getting worse at.
Podcasting.
But I specifically say that about shaving my legs.
Why? Because you cut yourself a lot, or you miss spots?
All kinds of shit happens. Like just like, and then I just after I think I've worked so hard towards this end goal of being smooth as a dolphin. It's just like a really shitty job at that. Like,
right.
What the fuck happened here?
Okay, that's fair. I could see that. Well, anyway.
How was your experience with the old dude? Or how old were you? That's a good question.
I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I was in my 20s when I was with someone in their 50s, and it was, you know, fine. It wasn't like... It wasn't better than anyone else, but I felt like he was, like, trying to make it that way. I don't know. And then other guys I've been with have been, honestly, I feel like older guys are a little bit like prude sometimes. It depends on the one. Depends on the guy.
Up.
They're like, oh, I don't do that. And I'm like, you don't do that? That's like,
You're like
nothing. Well, one day we're going to talk about Hawk to a Girl. Because I know you love my spiel on her.
My throat is closing. I am so excited about that because of the monologue that you went on. So, like, lately when we hang out, I'm like, stop talking. Like,
save it for the podcast. We say that all the time, which is what we're about to talk about right now. We started talking about it, and I was like, no, save it for the podcast.
But usually I don't listen because I'm like, I need to get this out right now.
I know, because it just like, otherwise it sticks inside.
Yeah.
We were talking about, you were like, we should talk about Target Santa.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm always surprised that when my newsfeed is inundated with a topic and then you're like, what? Like, so Target Santa is a huge, like, the internet's divided on him because can we see Target Santa? So there's like these Target commercials, and some people say that he's hot. Some people say that he's creepy. I don't really think it's even a question. But also, it kind of made me feel old. Like, I was like, hold on, why is Santa kind of hot? Like,
first of all, who watches commercials? That is what I said when she was like, when you're talking about Target Santa. I said, who is that? She's like, on the Target commercials. You okay
do
there?
you not have commercials on anything?
No. I'm rich.
Oh.
I pay the extra $1 on every streaming service.
Okay. Well, I mostly just have other people's passwords on streaming.
Okay, fair.
That's not even up to me.
I think he is hot, but he looks familiar.
Yeah, I don't know.
People are saying he's creepy. Maybe his attitude is creepy.
Yeah, so back to our conversation about facial hair. I think it's the like flawless like haircut that you're pegging as creepy.
It's like his beard is perfect.
Yeah, it's like cartoonish.
Very interesting. Let's see what else he was in. He's an actor and director.
Oh, good for him.
Wow. He looks less familiar not as Santa. Night Train. A Cape Cod Christmas. Oh, so he's done a lot of Christmas stuff. He was in Bates Motel.
How funny would it be to get pigeonholed into a fucking Christmas?
That's like your dream.
Yeah. Well, rapid fire, other hot Santas. Mel Gibson Santa. He's probably
what was that movie?
I think it's called The Fat Man.
Yes, I did like that. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. And then also, drawing a blank. John Travolta is the Capital One Santa, which I like and is very glamorous.
Is that another commercial thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
And then there's a scary movie, Santa movie, Violent Night.
Oh, I saw that, and it's the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
What's his name, computer?
I still like him, like, in a lumberjack way.
Dave? I don't... Am I wrong about that? David Harbour. There we go.
Yeah, and he looks pretty good as Santa.
I like him as Santa. Mm-hmm. I am into Santa. Just in general. Like, I think maybe we've talked about this, but I used to watch a lot of old young porn. And that's like very Santa-ish to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
But let me tell you something. The Santas at the mall, I have been talked to inappropriately by so many.
Really?
You know what? People in costumes in general doing a job. I remember, hold on one second. I went to the M&M store in New York City. Uh-huh. I grew up in New York. We would go to the city and everyone wanted to go to Times Square. In Times Square, there's an M&M store. There was a guy dressed as the red M&M. Do you know what he was doing? We took a picture with him and he was going... And then he grabbed me and my friend, and he's working at the actual M&M store. This isn't some random dude in Times Square. And he was like under his costume.
Well, Taylor, what the fuck do you expect? Someone whose job is to be in a costume? Like, no disrespect to mascots, but like, they're a weird person.
They're a weird person under there.
Do you know for sure it was an employee of the M&M store, or if it could have just been one of those people who was lingering?
He had a handler who had like an earpiece on with the M&M logo and everything. So I'm like,
I have a handler. It's you when we go out.
That's true.
There's no earpiece, but there is a fucking camera in my face.
That is also true, yeah, which she's lobbying to not have happen anymore. She wants to get the stickers to cover my phone.
Yeah, that was going to be your gift.
We'll have to talk about that another time. I'll put together a compilation.
Okay, last Santa to discuss is Billy Bob Thornton Bad Santa.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that.
You just know he smells like cigarettes.
And that's your type.
It is.
Cigarettes and, eggnog, perhaps. Perhaps the scent of eggnog. Bad Santa is a good Christmas movie. That was my favorite for a while.
Yeah, I like it, but I put it in a different Christmas movie category.
I would agree with that. My favorite ones are more wholesome. I love Love Actually and The Holiday. Love Actually is the one with all the different stories.
That rings a bell, but not in my... I'm not
really?
sure.
Okay, we're watching Love Actually. That is like... that is so good. And then The Holiday is the one with Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz, and they switch houses.
Yeah.
And Jude Law and Jack Black. Love that one.
Oh, I just watched the new Jack Black. It's called Dear Santa or something.
Dear Satan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. But it was really funny and I liked it. So.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
I have like a couple, okay.
Okay, yeah.
But right now I like Daddy's Home 2. And
yes.
I've already watched that this year. But I also like Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this previously?
I probably have brought up Christmas movies with you before.
Well, Daddy's Home 2 specifically.
And Bad Moms Christmas.
Right. Because those two, well, Daddy's Home for sure, that's a super rare case of a sequel is better than the original.
We did talk about that.
We did talk about it on the podcast.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I wasn't sure.
No, because I talked about that after and like Ben had a couple other examples, but that's opinionated. You have to.
Yeah. But I really can't think of any other sequels that are better than the original.
I had other examples, which I think I already told you.
You did already tell me. Well, we didn't plan for this conversation, so let's save this conversation for the next one. Sequels that are better. Let's write that down. Okay. But
last week you told me that you were going to tell me about being an extra in a Christmas movie.
Yes. So it wasn't a Christmas movie. It was a Hanukkah movie.
Okay.
And I was young. I was 5. This is the first movie I was ever in. And it was called The Hebrew Hammer. And it's about a guy who is Jewish, who is basically... Santa is like this guy is trying to like take over. It's Andy Dick. Do you remember Andy Dick? He's like trying to ruin Christmas, like take over Christmas and Hanukkah. So the Hebrew Hammer comes and like saves Christmas and Hanukkah. So I'm like 5 years old in this movie, and they cut out my big scene because I originally wasn't just an extra, but then eventually I was an extra. But in the preview, if you watch it, you see a little girl with dark hair running. It looks like me. I'm running past.
I want to watch.
I was in the actual movie. And there was one scene that they cut out where we were like digging a tunnel, like under the mall, like to get from one Santa to the other.
Okay.
Dude, that was so long ago.
That sounds cool.
It was cool.
See if we can stream it.
I'm sure we
Maybe get
can.
some royalties.
It was like a B movie. It had, His name is Andy something. Look up the Hebrew Hammer lead, computer please. But he's been in other stuff. You would recognize him if you saw him. And it was a really fun experience. Andy Dick was very nice to me. The Hebrew Hammer 2003 film you could see there. Adam Goldberg, that's who it is. And he's been in some other stuff. Do you recognize him at all?
I can't see.
Oh. Right, that's fair. But it was so hot. We filmed during the summer and I was wearing full winter.
Oh, that's funny.
Garb, yeah. And I was so young.
You're just like, Mom,
I was
why?
like, I'm gonna die. But you have to be, that guy.
No, I don't recognize
No, you don't
him.
recognize. I mean, come on. It was a B movie. It's fine. He was in Friends. You didn't watch Friends. He actually played Joey's original roommate, who was like fucking wild.
Well, I'm totally fully invested in watching the whole movie, The Hebrew Hammer. It's kind
As
of a
we
funny
should. I watched it a few years ago.
Let's put it on Friday.
Okay, let's do it. It'll be our background for our Secret Santa. Yeah. Okay, well, anything else you want to say about Christmas?
No, that's it, I think.
Let's say we do have a Secret Santa party coming up, which is really exciting.
Yeah, it is really exciting. I always look forward to the games and the blacking out. And now I can just roll home.
Yes, because you live so close. I'm thinking about getting this game where you tie a hot dog to your waist and you have to hump it up and catch it in your mouth.
Okay, that sounds great. Also, the bag game where you have to stand on one foot. You sent me a TikTok.
You have to bite the bag. It's on the ground.
I have played it before with my cousins, and you tear off a piece of the top, and then it gets shorter and shorter.
Okay, well, I'm excited about it. It should be fun. If we have any good pictures from it, we'll post them.
Okay. If a good picture exists.
Kelly will wear sunglasses so that I can post the pictures.
Great.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out with us, and Merry Christmas. Bye.